Third, and not last, but it does promote efficiencies and savings for the environment and also for the operators and the people that go there. So you can kind of see where the balance is. Some of the things that we've done before, you want to respect and maintain the natural surroundings. We've done work in Bali, we've done, I just got back actually very fortunate. I was down in the French Polynesian islands, Bora Bora, and we did a project over the water, and some of these slides that you're going to see, you're going to want to go out the door and book your next reservation as one of these, because they're tremendous. And you can have that type of spectacular environment right here in your backyard, and I think that's what you should be proud of, and I think that's what you should strive for. You're not raping the land, you're looking at accommodations that are natural, that are long-lasting. It's not meant to be a 500-room hotel. That's not what ecotourism is about. It's being responsible in the development of the property. Now, Don had mentioned this imaging and all. We're starting to look at some imaging, quite honestly, in Asia for tree houses and things of that nature. So it's pretty amazing of where the technology is going. We're very in tune indirectly in the synergy of the different types of technologies that are out there. You look at waste management systems. Yes, we kind of do this right now in a lot of our buildings, but ecotourism takes it to another level. As far as when we look at, we have a lot of green cities around the country, Portland, Oregon being one of the foremost, Seattle, Washington. You know, they're very earthy, is the best term I can describe folks from the West Coast. They're very earthy. They're very responsive and respectful of their environment. They have green roofs. They grow their own vegetables in their backyards. They're going back to the day of where we respected our environment, where we respected the land, we cultivated the land. You know, we were harvesters at one time, we were hunters at one time. So this is kind of what this is about. This is where I was telling you about that we were looking at over in Asia. And it's the types of materials that you use in some of these eco resorts. You don't bring in your steel, and you use natural elements from the environment that become very organic. Again, these I'm just showing you some pictures. You let your imagination run wild when you get into these ecotourism resorts, and they're pretty phenomenal. And it really is something quite unique and quite astounding as far as what you can do in energy and efficiency, using the land. I mentioned green roofs. You know, they're designed to reflect the environment that they're in, and no two are alike. Every continent is completely different. You know, we did one in Africa that we were trying to protect the cheetahs and all. Very similar. We've got some endangered species list. The key deer. We do a lot of work down in the Keys, and the key deer is on the endangered species list. It's a cute little creature that kind of has been destroyed by all the new properties in the Keys. We have the Florida panther, you know, that's on the endangered species list. Some of these are starting to come back as a result of ecotourism and types of ways of working with the environment to protect them. Working with the communities, you know, the state of Florida, you've got a lot of Indian tribes in the state of Florida, working with them. Unfortunately, we have some of the Indian tribes that have somewhat lost their heritage, Hard Rock being one of them. I don't mean to default them for that, but you know, they've come in, and the Seminole Indians, and you know, they've taken quite a bit of land, and they pop up their casinos, which you know we all enjoy, but it's not being responsible to the environment. You just look at how they're fitted out using the local materials. You use the local furnishings. You use the local gardening. When you do your food and beverage on some of these properties, you kind of look at what is the local fare and how is it's grown. Water management systems, ecotourism lodges, a lot of times they'll collect all the water from your showers and all and use that for other alternative methods for irrigation. A lot of even private homes now go into, you don't have the chlorinated pools anymore. You know, in your microcosm world, you have saltwater pools and things like that. Ecotourism, that's kind of where some of those things started, that people are becoming a little bit more social conscious with it. The guiding principles of ecotourism, there's so many activities. Again, it's horseback riding, it's kayaking, it's rafting, it's swimming, it's biking, it's diving. All of the things that you have right here in your backyard, not only in warm Mineral Springs, but Adache and some of the surrounding state parks, Peace River. There's a lot right here in your backyard that if you tie all these together, it really makes a great sense of place. And you're being responsible in saving the planet. It sounds like a cliche, but it's very, very true. The possibilities are endless. It can be very low rate with dirt floors, or it could be a 5-star plus hotel. They're usually, again, small in nature. Most of them are very driven by organic foods, the local fare. A lot of them do have medi-spa where people go for treatments on a limited basis, non-surgical generally, unless it's cosmetology and things like that, that you kind of just get away. But it's a big proponent of it because it's all about the health and well-being. So we don't have to go into Tim's facilities earlier than we have to. But it's all about the human environment, the human activity. I think it evokes a lot of a sense of place of where you would like to be. It takes away from some of the daily grinds that we have to deal with. So ecotourism is so important in today's environment, and that's one of the things that our firm specializes in, is these types of environments. Like I said, 5-star properties. We do a lot in Hawaii. Hawaii is a great proponent of ecotourism lodges and experiences because of what they offer there. So this just gives you an idea of different types that we've had the great fortune to work on. Galapagos Islands, you know, every one that you're seeing on the screen here has a different type of attraction to it, and it's not man-made, if you will. This is natural, and that's what Warm Mineral Springs is, and I think you guys have a great opportunity to play upon that. Here's one, like I said, we've been all over. This is in South America. But I think they're great images, and I think you can kind of see yourself sitting in a place like this as opposed to sitting in a huge resort with 1,000 other people. You know, the Bahamas, you know, great places, but there's very, very few ecotourism lodges in the Bahamas just because of the sheer mass of the folks that go there. Here's one up in Switzerland. And again, they're so unique and different, and it's just wherever the imagination takes you, but this is where we're seeing the trend going, and it's more ecotourism than it is the big massive resorts that everyone is so accustomed to seeing all the time. And I think this would be so good for this environment in this location. So with that, I think that is good.
By now you know what I'm going to say. Everybody, wow! Isn't that awesome? You know, we're surrounded by preserved land. Deer Prairie Creek is 10,000 acres. Carlton Preserve is what, 35,000 acres? Adache State Forest. You know, the day is going to come, folks, where Northport's going to get built out. Somewhere between 175,000 and 250,000 people. I lean towards the smaller size, the 175. I'd like to keep some of this. But here's what's going to happen when we're built out and there's no more land available. Somebody is going to come and convince the city or the county, you know, that preserved land you got over there, it's 1,000 acres, there's no gopher turtles on it, and you know, it's just scrub brush. We want to buy it from you, and here's $10 million. Here's $20 million. And it's going to get developed. How do you really protect that land, in my opinion, is make it a part of your economy. With this. Because now you can't sell it. Now it's generating millions of dollars a year back to the city in taxes. How is somebody going to be able to buy that piece of land? So you know what's going to happen is they're going to go to Port Charlotte or Venice or somewhere else. But they're not going to come to Northport. And that's how we preserve our land. And that's a message I'm not sure people are getting when I speak about it. These are the kind of people I'm talking to. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to ecotourism. It's a huge, huge market. There is nobody focused on it in Southwest Florida. And we can own this market if we get ahead of the curve and start doing it now. And we've had ideas, Jim, right? For years, we come up with ideas, we talk about the ideas, and the next thing I know, somebody else takes it.